Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Marvel Multiverse role-playing game Iron Snow Campaign Season 1. And today we're going to talk about Namor attacking New York City, where Goblin has his Oscorp headquartered, and where he has his Manhattan penthouse as well. All right, so at this point, Green Goblin is going about his day running Oscorp, and most of the time the villainy comes up on the phone. Hey, something's going off, and there's a general blast on the essentially the superheroes have their own social media, right? And they share information, and they say, hey, crisis alert, Namor is attacking New York City with a 3-foot wide tsunami. It's coming in right now. You guys have 16 minutes, right? So Green Goblin's like, this is not good, right? So immediately, he decides that he wants to go and enlist the help of Doctor Strange. He's like, I'm not strong enough to stop a tsunami, but Doctor Strange and Wong could, right? So he heads to the Sanctum Sanctorum, right? But before he goes, Nico Minora comes to his home, right? His penthouse, right? And she is Sister Grimm, and she says, "Hey, I'm working in my New York City." No, I'm sorry, Nico. No, I got that wrong. Okay, so Nico does not come to him now, right? So he decides to go to Doctor Strange. So he goes to Doctor Strange with Sanctum Sanctorum, and he says, "Listen, Doctor Strange, Namor's coming in," and Doctor Strange says, "Why is Namor coming in?" Right now, this is interesting. Norman Osborn has a lot of information because his equipment is used on satellite networks, and he has access to a ton of satellites, right? So because his equipment is literally tied into satellites, so not only does he have his own satellites that they test, but he actually has connections to satellite where his equipment is on, right? So he says, well, I can tell you the reason why this is happening. The reason Namor is making a mistake. Namor is attacking New York City because 3 months ago, Black Panther was in New York City and horribly embarrassed him and defeated him easily, right? Embarrassing him in front of the entire city. Now Namor is coming back to destroy the city with a tsunami, and he thinks he's going to hurt Black Panther. He's wrong. Black Panther isn't even here. Black Panther's in Wakanda, right? But this tsunami is sweeping in and is going to destroy New York, right? So at that point, Doctor Strange says, "This is terrible. Me, Wong, but we can handle this." So Wong, we're going to need another caster. Call out to another caster, and then we're going to take our triple positions, right? And so basically, Doctor Strange is so used to defending the city that he has a circle around the city, and he can post casters around the city. And so he's saying, we're going to take the triple positions, which are these 3 positions. They're 7 miles apart, okay? And he's going to have Wong on the north point, and then he tells Wong to get another caster, and then he's going to take the south point, right? And they're all going to be 7 miles apart, but they're all going to cast together, and they're going to cut the tsunami literally in half, right? They're just going to literally cut the wave in half, right? And disrupt its momentum and let it collapse before it hits the city, right? But they need to all cast this huge spell together in unison. So Wong reaches out to his network, and he brings in Moon Knight, right? And oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a lot happening here. Sorry, apologies. Not Moon Knight. So Wong says, well, I don't, he says, we don't have a lot of time, and we have a caster in our dungeon right now, in our prison, and that caster is Enchantress, right? So Doctor Strange says, "Isn't that going to be pretty dangerous?" And he's like, "Yes, it's going to be highly dangerous because she is a villain. But the reality is, she has the power to do this spell with us, right?" So they go down to the dungeon, like in the Sanctum Sanctorum, and bring out Enchantress. And Enchantress says, "No, no, no, I'm not going to help you." She says, "In fact, actually, what she says is she says to Wong and Doctor Strange, "Yeah, great, let's go." Like, and then so Wong and Doctor Strange fly out to their positions, right? And Doctor and Green Goblin is left there to bring Enchantress, and Enchantress says, "Hey, I just want to give you a heads up. You're going to give me a ride to my position, but in the middle of our ride, I'm going to try to murder you, and you can see I'm chained here, but I'm going to try to strangle you to death in the middle of the ride." And and the Green Goblin's like, "Listen, we got like 16 minutes to get there. If you die, like the reason," and Doctor Strange and Wong explain this to you, right? If you don't do your thing, you're gonna die here in New York City as well. This tsunami will kill you as well as it'll kill anybody else, right? And she's like, she's like, I'm going to kill you on this ride, right? Like, and so Green Goblin's like, ah. All right, but he knows Doctor Strange and Wong are waiting for him to be in position with a caster. So he starts and he just goes on his merry way, flying through with the threat that Enchantress will kill him. We're going to cut it off there. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion on Marvel Multiverse role-playing game Iron Snow campaign. The important part is when I hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider like, subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.